Hey everybody, good evening. Hope you guys are all having a good day so far. Looks like Bitcoin's been taking a tiny little bump here. We'll talk about the walls and whatnot over the next few minutes. So far, Bitcoin looks okay. I'm still not too excited about it in the short term. Because what'll make me more excited about Bitcoin is not holding on to this Fibonacci level, or even breaking above this this teal blue right here. What'll make me more excited about Bitcoin is once we actually start to break it here, then we can get out of this downtrend and start going back up here. We kind of have a shorter time frame. We don't really want to see the 20 cross down below the 200 or the 50 cross down below the 200, but we'll see what happens when they get a little bit closer together. Hey Jay, Dish and Island Time Prince, Gamers Never Dare. I like that name. Hey Heaton, good evening, Michael, all the troop. Yes sirree. And hey, you're watching. Let's see what's going on, guys. What's right here? There we go, guys. Alrighty. Let's add a little bit. Hey, Yosh, what do you think about that with BitTorrent? Please check the recent tweet. I looked at BitTorrent and I saw the news. Here, I can look at it very fast. So, as far as the news I saw with BitTorrent, I didn't really like it too much. I did not like the BitTorrent news all too much. What's this line doing right there? That should be, I didn't like it too much. I understand what they're trying to do, and they're trying to get, make the coin more usable and, more stuff coming out about it. My thing with BitTorrent though is I kind of want to shave some off. They're adding to the supply, even though they're not changing to the changing the market cap. The fact that they're adding on to the supply actually concerns me a little bit about BitTorrent. So I'm thinking of shaving off a few million coins just in case the price wants to dip later on. I usually don't like when companies actually mess with their the number of coins they have. It usually never ends well, especially like if you're burning, that's one thing. But if you're actively putting coins onto the market, I'm a little bit more hesitant about it. So I'm not going to sell all my BitTorrent, but I am selling some of my BitTorrent. And in fact, I sold some of it actually today. So I still have quite a bit in there, but I'm never a fan of actually increasing the supply of any coin. I think it's a bad practice. But we'll see if it turns into something later on. But it did it was enough of enough information to make me say, hey, I like BitTorrent. I like what they're trying to do in the long term. I think they will make me money. But now I'm just not as short term wise though. If they're adding that much supply onto it, I'm just like, I don't know. I'll watch it and see how it performs. And if it decides to go up later on after this update occurs, then I'll probably buy some more back in there just to be safe. But I'm more inclined to sell. I already sold off like 3 million of my BitTorrent, so it's gonna be a minute before I hop back in. Let's see it here. Hey Justin, hey Mike, hope all is well, guys. Things are going so far so good. Let's see. Hey Scott, hey Arcs and Jay. What do we got here? Hey, I have Dogecoin right now. Should I convert that to Ethereum for now? Do you think Doge will push before stablecoins? By stablecoins, I'm guessing you mean not like USDC or Tether. You mean something more like a Bitcoin or Ethereum that's kind of higher, like steady market cap. Steadier market cap. You can if you want to. I know if people are turning it over to Ethereum. I think what people are waiting for right now, as far as Ethereum is concerned, is more about this Ethereum 2.0. I'm pretty excited for Ethereum 2.0 whenever it happens. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that it's supposed to do. My big thing that I'm really excited about Ethereum 2.0 is we're looking at how do you call this? Do you guys know when you guys do swaps and things of that nature, you guys are going to have to pay quite like up to like $300-400 to do a trade using the gas fees that Ethereum for Ethereum, and that's up to there. Sometimes I get it as low as $70, but it's rare. What's going to happen is those fees are going to go down eventually. So that means all of these coins that I've been loading up on, let's go to Metaverse coins, like the ones with the lower market caps, like that you can't even see them, like $1 million market cap, $1.5 million market cap, and even the ones that are so small you can't see them. I have a feeling that over time, since the fees are going to be so low in Ethereum 2.0, at least I hope, eventually all these coins are going to get pumped up like crazy because they're going to have there's going to be there's going to be an increased demand to buy these coins because the price to actually buy them has gone down dramatically. I don't know about you guys, but paying like $200 or something just for the right to buy a potential like a YOLO play, it seems pretty darn stupid. So that's why you see some of these lower market cap markets. They haven't been doing as hot because overall it's just been too expensive for people to want to really buy in, especially if you're a new trader and you only have like 500 bucks. Are you really going to spend 200 bucks to put 300 bucks into a coin? Not really. All right, go over here. Hey Nathan, I appreciate it, man. I was scalping Tesla today. That was pretty fun. Funny enough, I made that video for you guys earlier today, or I finished it up, I should say. And I was doing it was about golden crosses and how you can use them to make some money in the markets. It was just hilarious because I was like, I can actually trade this right now. So I just started day trading some Tesla options. Sunday swap is success on ADA. Hopefully it will help pump now. I'd be happy to see that. Here, W. Yeah, things are looking pretty good today. My only thing for as far as Bitcoin at the moment, I want to see this actually follow through. Until it actually follows through, my assumption is we're going to take another dip like that or something. So I'm waiting patiently. You guys have already known I've already bought some smaller positions in here at these limit orders. But now I'm just kind of in a waiting game. It's not nearly as fun or exciting, but it's much better for my portfolio, if you will. Hey Corbin, if you want to sell them for Ethereum, you definitely can. Ethereum's much more stable than Dogecoin, and we really don't know how much more crypto wants to go. So you could definitely see, like, if we did have another drop in the next few days, possibly next like 2 weeks or so, you could definitely see Ethereum would hold on a lot better than Dogecoin. Hey, Sergeant Franco, thank you very, very much for the super chat, my man. I really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, my man, you always know to ask. What do we think about the ENS Ethereum domains? I think they're pretty cool. It's like a little bit of a virtual real estate. Personally, I haven't gotten into them yet, but I've just kind of, heard stuff through the grapevine. I think they're okay. It could be something in the future. It's enough of something to put a bet on it for the future. There you go. That's a better way to say it. Hey, Draglord, I do not scalp Bitcoin. I usually swing it a little bit here and there. Most of the time I'm using the day chart or the 4-hour chart. So once I buy, I'm usually holding it for a bit of time, which can be pretty annoying, but it works. If I'm going to be scalping Bitcoin, which I don't really do too often, it's usually going to be off of levels of increased volume like this. I'll usually wait for a pop, I'll wait for it to break over a high, and then I'll glide on top of that, and then from there I'll probably hold it for just max of like 10-15 minutes or something like that. But it's rare that I do them because I have to use leverage, and sometimes, well, I don't mind using leverage now, but leverage can be pretty picky sometimes, especially in a volatile market after a major dip. I'm a little bit more hesitant. Like right now, if I wanted to do a scalp, it wouldn't even be a scalp. It would be a straight buy long, and I'd be having a stop loss right here of this 50,323. And then from there, I just hold it until it goes up or it goes down, one way or the other. I can put Bitcoin over here for now. Let's just take a quick peek at a whole bunch of these other coins. Let me make sure Sergeant Franco didn't leave any questions though. Hey brother, patience. Very much so patience. Very much so patience. I'm exhausted, guys. I've been helping out my mom all day, but I wanted to stream for you guys, so let me see what I can find out here. So Dogecoin. My technicals are gone for Dogecoin. Okay. Sometimes trading view can be very, very weird. It broke down below support. Oh, I guess we technically held on to it. So what is this? Let's just put it like 16-ish. Just like a teeny bit below, but it should be fine. Oh, I forgot they don't let me do. There you go. They don't let you do points here. There you go. 0. Let me delete the 1. All right, so we have support around 16 cents still. Even though we broke it, the actual candle didn't close below it, so that is still support. As far as when I would feel more comfortable buying some more Dogecoin here, probably just looking for a smaller breakout, something like that. any breakout. As of now, we had this this 20-day coming below the 50. That was bearish. We had what? We were so close to having the 50 cross over the 200. Now, unless Dogecoin can really start ripping here in the next like 2 weeks or so, you're gonna see you're gonna probably see the 50 start to scream downwards down here, and then the 200 will start easing off, which means Dogecoin might not have a big pop until January or February, which would be, I mean, not a bad thing, but annoying because, you know, we've been waiting forever for round 2 of this pop. But that's what you'd be looking for there. As far as Ethereum is concerned, I can take off this old level of resistance. Overall, Ethereum is actually looking still pretty good. It managed to hold. This bad boy managed to hold, even though it looks a little bit ugly with this little wick here. It still managed to hold, and so far it's doing pretty darn well. Now, you did have a bearish cross right here, the 20 crossing below the 50, so we might take a little bit more dip to retest out this trend line in the next few days. But I think overall, things are looking good for Ethereum as long as it stays above this line. Bitcoin could not stay above its trend line, but Ethereum, it's still holding, guys. Ethereum's still holding. Now, Matic's been kind of surging here, doing its own thing. Probably one of the most volatile coins of the whole week. Anything I can see right here? Still a pretty nice recovery after there. Cross held up. Okay. I think this one's still fine. I wouldn't be buying it right now. I'd probably just be holding what I already bought. But overall, I think Matic is still a solid hold. ADA still coming down here. This bad news is not looking good. And plus, we're about to have a death cross here on ADA. That doesn't make it sound any better either. Normally, when it comes to, like, again, remember, Bitcoin will control most of this type of stuff. But what a death cross is when a lower moving average crosses below a higher moving average. Most of the time, you're going to see this represented in the 50-day moving average crossing below the 200, but the same thing can be said for a 15 crossing below the 50. But most of the time, when you hear me say death cross or golden cross, it's usually going to relate to the 50s exclusively to the 200. And I'm looking at that cross below, I can see ADA falling even more right now. XRP about to have a cross too as well. I still think we have a little bit more room to go down. Everything is still adjusting here. Of course, Bitcoin can change everything if it really starts to boost up at the moment. But what I'm looking at, as far as what the moving averages are telling me, not really. There we go. Yeah, I could see it's potentially coming down a little bit more. BitTorrent. Okay, BitTorrent's a special case. I had that news today, so it just got pumped out of nowhere. Broke down, came back up. Yeah, I'll see how this one reacts. Had a golden cross there, but Bitcoin messed up that. The classic. Yeah, coming down as well. Well, this one had a bearish one a while ago too. Yeah, Bitcoin messed up a lot of good breakouts that were forming here. Alright, must be fine for now. We can go back over to Ethereum. Ethereum the 5. Or is something actually boosting today? Let me take a quick peek for you guys. Yeah, BitTorrent. I mean, yeah, we can just watch BitTorrent. It's not too much action at the moment. I think BitTorrent and Matic are going to be good things to watch for today. Let's go to STMX. What is STMX doing right here? This one's trying to make a move, but the volume's dying out on it. We'll see how this reacts to the 200. It'll make a big difference here in the next few minutes. Alright, there we go. Hey Jamie, why does the Doge chart mirror the Bitcoin chart so closely? There's not going to be an exact reason there. My thought is that there's just a lot of day traders and a lot of new traders in Dogecoin. And so usually people, the first thing they buy is something they've heard a lot about, like Bitcoin or Dogecoin or Ethereum. And those ones usually flow pretty well together just because, or not so much Ethereum, but they usually flow pretty well together because when they panic and sell, they're usually selling everything they have at the same exact time. That's just my little thing about it. Let's see. Hey, Loco Vang. Hey, Miss K. I saw you earlier in the other stream. Been doing some swing trades. It's not much, but it's fun and making a little here and there. Hey, Brandon, that's perfect. you're going to be annoyed I tell you this, but make sure to write that stuff down so you keep on track of the trades that work well and which ones aren't. That way you know when you can apply those swing trades to longer term trades, like a few days holding. You can definitely make some good money by knowing what's working for you and what's not, especially in the circumstances. Hey, question, can you explain what exactly the following means? 5.7 million GUSD burned at Gemini. What is the actual USD go if the coin is burned? I am not exactly sure about that one. I would assume that that coin, like there's a lot of coins out there basically. Remember, you when you buy the coin, you're still buying it, so you're buying something that's worth $1. So I'm guessing they had a total supply, and all they did is just decrease the supply a little bit, if that makes sense. But it's still going to be a stable dollar. It's just the coins that nobody has bought yet and put in their wallet, and that's why. Like, I can create a wallet stable coin right now, and have it, 10 billion coins. But that doesn't mean the market cap itself is 10 billion coins. It's a tricky business, but think about it in terms of, at least what I'm thinking here is, not every coin is bought and being held by somebody, and because of that, they're able to be burned or done. Somebody can do whatever they want with them, but they're not actually worth anything. At least how I'm thinking about it. Verify with somebody else though, but that's kind of what I'm thinking is going on there. Hey there, Will Scratcher. You heard Bitcoin will increase their supply? Yeah, I sold off some of my Bitcoin on the news today along with the spike. I don't like the new supply. I don't like when any coin adds a supply. I don't like it at all. Same with stocks. If you're increasing the supply and the demand is still there, why? What good news is that to me? I like this. I like the other news about what they're trying to do, and they got some cool stuff coming out. Awesome. But as far as increasing the supply, I don't like that one bit. Not one bit. Hey Lord, how do you go about learning what I know? It's a pretty long process. I'm working it out myself. But basically, when you come in here, you can ask some various different questions, whether it's about technicals or my thoughts on a particular coin. You'll learn the most if you ask me a question about technicals. Sometimes I teach you guys about Fibonacci levels, retracement levels, like stuff like that, moving averages. And then I also post a lot of content, a lot of tutorials. Tonight, what I'm going to do here is, after the stream, I got to go visit my mother. But she's been throwing up all day. But after that, once I know she's fine, I'm going to come back here and I'm going to knock out a bunch of FinViz scanners for you. I've been meaning to do this for a while, but I just haven't had time since I've been taking care of my mom. But I have a bunch of presets here that just kind of make your life a little bit easier. And, I'm going to give you some like buy and hold value or low PE value. And I'll kind of do a short thing of like what these are. Oops, nope. So I hate the ads. And then I'm going to show you guys that. So if you guys are ever looking for stocks in a particular area of the market, like bullish stocks, bearish stocks, whatever, you guys can easily have those screener settings set up for you. And that way you're saving yourself a whole bunch of time. And not every day you're looking for something good. You're not coming over here and changing everything up like mid earnings date yesterday. You're not going to be doing that type of stuff. Okay? It'll just be streamlined, my presets here, and I'll teach you guys how to save them as well. So I'm going to plan on doing it. Well, hopefully a few tonight, a few tomorrow. I'm going to try to get to bed a little bit earlier tonight just so I can wake up earlier and see how all of that goes. But yeah, look forward to this. I'll probably be releasing one every other day starting tomorrow. So one every other day starting tomorrow. And that way you guys can see what's going on. There'll probably be between about like 3 minutes. I want to make them as short and concise as possible. 3 minutes of me just explaining what it is and each individual setting you have to turn on, because you may think there's only a few here, but if you click on the all button right here, there's a whole bunch of different technicals. You can even use these to find golden crosses and stuff like that. I posted that in another video though, so you guys can all check that out. But the goal is, right now you're stuck with like 2,200 stocks. These will get you down to 37. see what's going on, long-term holds, what's working out, what's not, that type of stuff. So look forward to those videos. I'm excited to post those out here pretty soon. I just got to find a way to make a good thumbnail out of it. That shouldn't be too bad. Right now, I'm just waiting to see if Bitcoin's going to have a little pop here because I would love to do a little bit of this would be a fun little day trade. I did a day trade with you guys the last time I was streaming on Friday, I believe, or Saturday. I don't know what happened to it. It's down a little bit here. I think it went up after I bought it, but let me see if I can find it. Oh, perfect. Okay. It's down. What happened here? So I bought on the breakout. Bumped up a little bit, came down. It didn't break support. Okay, well, if I didn't go to bed, I would have had an opportunity to make money. You see what happens when you hold too long on a day trade. Death cross. Man, that was a huge indicator of some bad stuff to happen. I mean, right here and there. Okay, what would that position would have made? Knowing me and how I could be stubborn, I probably would have sold right here or right there, or not even at the top. But let me see. I mean, it would have only been like 4%. If I waited a little bit longer, maybe a little bit more. But it was a fun little day trade. Close position, take the loss. It's kind of fun paper trading on here. I've never actually paper traded on Trading View. Here we go back to looks like Bitcoin something. I am carefully watching STMX though. If STMX can get a pump going, usually those it does pretty well. There we go. I'm looking at Hey Jose, what do you think about Crow? I think Crow is better for a long-term hold. In case Bitcoin takes another dip here in the next few days, I think you could take a position on that. Otherwise, the main reason to own Crow is because of all the benefits that you get by owning it. Basically, if you like go to crypto.com, you'll see they have a whole bunch of cool credit cards or debit cards if they are, where they give you a whole bunch of perks if you buy a bunch of Crow and stake it. Besides that, I think it's just an okay long-term hold. The good thing is they have a big marketing budget and they're not afraid to throw it around when it comes to inflating their coin. So, you know, it's pretty good. It's a pretty good coin. I'd like to buy it when it's a little bit cheaper. And then you probably just want to stake it. Hey, Sergeant Franco. Thank you again for the super chat. What are your thoughts on Meta? Round Hill Balls Metaverse ETF? I have never heard of that before, so let me take a quick second to actually search it up. There we go. The Round Hill Ball Metaverse ETF is designed to offer investors exposure to the metaverse by providing investment results by closely corresponding to their fees. Okay, so as I'm looking at this, it's stocks, Meta, I'm guessing it's Facebook. It's okay. It's okay. Preferably, I'd be more excited if it was an ETF around crypto, metaverse coins, but I think this looks like a lot of ETFs out there. Just take away the Roblox and the Autodesk probably, and there's a lot of ETFs that look just like this. Yeah, I would say it's okay. Personally, I would feel more comfortable actually just banking on Nvidia, Taiwan Semiconductor, Apple, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft, and doing a little day trading. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. it's just nothing about it really. It sounds exciting to me, if that makes sense. It's gonna be a pretty standard one. The growth has been, you know, started in what is this, June at 1507. Right now it's at 1526. So it hasn't been performing too well here. Maybe if the market takes a big dip in the next few weeks or months and we start heading into a bear market, that might be the time to buy as we're kind of exiting that bear market, as long as it takes. It seems like every single big bad market event happens pretty darn quickly these days. But so far I'd say, yeah, I'd wait for the price to come down even more. I'm sure you could probably buy that at $10 one day. Hey Brendan, I log everything. I trade. It really helps. Nice shirt, by the way. Thanks. Oh, no worries, man. I just wore this over to make my mom have a little laugh because it's freezing cold and foggy out this morning when I went to go visit her. Hey Ray, Bitcoin's trying to become the next SHIB. Yeah, maybe it is. Maybe it is. It's just I don't like when you add supply onto coins. If they weren't adding the supply and they were still going on their mission, I'd feel much better about it, like much better about it. But the fact that they're adding the supply, that's why I trimmed off some Bitcoin. You know, it just, yeah, I hate that they're adding supply. I really don't understand what their logic is there. I know how I feel about Jasmine. I think Jasmine right now is fun for day trading. I wouldn't buy it unless I can get a little bit of a cheaper price. I think it's good. Hey, Lewis Kutcher, you believe Bitcoin will add another zero since it will be a huge sell-off after the December 12th event? I think it probably will sell off a little bit before there. I mean, I'm just being careful. I don't... anytime you increase the supply without increasing the demand, what does that do? You know, it lowers the value of the product. And so I'm not too excited to see what happens there. I'm going to hold some in case I'm wrong and it decides to go really crazy. But I've shaved off about 3 million coins here, so it's quite a bit. I mean, it's been a good profit though, at least. That's the good thing. Hey, Irvin, not at the moment. Right now, I'm waiting to see what happens here with Bitcoin, if it's able to break out or not. Bitcoin could just be doing one gigantic little peak right before taking another drop here. So that's what I'm watching very closely. Look, what you doing? I feel like you're eating something you're not supposed to eat, or chewing on something you're not supposed to chew on. But yeah, for the moment, I'm just waiting for Bitcoin. Let me hop out of the second chart here for Bitcoin, just for a minute, guys. There we go. Forget all these lines. Let me just put this here. I just want to break out. Until then, I'm going to assume we're in this downtrend and we're going to keep on falling until we actually break out. Once we break out, then everything changes. Then we can calm down a little bit. But what I'm looking at the moment is the 20-day moving average is screaming down here like it wants to cross below the 200. The 50, if this doesn't start to break out soon, will end up crossing below the 200. And that means we're going to enter a protracted bear market, which could last like 6 months or so. Maybe not 6 months, but it could last a while here. So I don't want that stuff to happen now. And because there's too much uncertainty in the market, I'm basically just waiting this out. Just waiting this out for now. I bought some down here. I have some, but I'm not really buying any more until I see something good happening. Because right now, the positions I bought, like I bought some here, here, and here on some limit orders. So overall, I'm actually up quite a bit right now, just because of that crash. But I'm going to make sure no matter what happens here, I'm going to be selling the coins I bought here, here, and here for some profit. These ones will be at a loss. That's fine. But overall, it's going to, the entire trade itself is going to be what makes me a profit. But I don't want to see these moving averages start to cross, because those were some of those bad decisions earlier. You guys would have remembered that I told you guys Bitcoin looked fine, but altcoins were looking a little bearish, and that's why I didn't like to see. If like let's go back over here very fast. I'll put this back on the second chart here, and let's go over to the dailies. Let's just go through some of those coins. Dogecoin had this bearish cross right here That was a bearish indicator. I was hoping it'd be canceled out by this bullish one here, but you saw the dip really took the 50-day moving average with it. Hold on. No, don't eat that. Give me 1 second. So he found himself a Febreze can, and I did not want him to puncture that Febreze can. There we go. Ethereum was looking fine. You saw them actually coming closer and closer, but it didn't actually break until the day we crashed, so it wasn't too bad. That's why I'm pretty happy with Ethereum, because look at that. Overall, Ethereum is like one of the few coins that's still holding its uptrend. Like, none of my Ethereum stop losses hit. None of them. As far as Matic, no, Matic was doing special stuff because it actually had a breakout a while ago, and you saw some of those bullish price actions. ADA here had a cross. It's about to have a double cross here. So bearish, like not looking so good. Normally you like to see the bullish double crosses in a short amount of time. I actually showed this on a video I did this morning. Watch list. Dow Jones. Yeah, this is still the stuff I had from when I was setting up the tutorial about golden crosses. You see right here how you had 1, 2, the 20 moving across the 200 and the 50. That's more bearish than just one. And you were really hoping for that one right there. The real time you could have bought on this one was like here, this is the first golden cross, but I didn't talk about it too much just because it was in that high volatility zone. Overall, there was a lot of coins that didn't look so hot. I mean, even one of my favorites, which is BitTorrent here. It had a golden cross, but right after it had a bearish cross because of Bitcoin getting knocked down. This is Bitcoin's, when it started falling down and breaking down off of that double top. Ethereum Classic started having a bearish cross right there. XLM, bearish cross. Right now it's about to have another bearish cross, and then it's going to come down and even another one. So a lot of altcoins, again, look like they want to come down another leg, and because of that, I'm just like, let me see if I can wait a little bit longer before going like really, really heavy on some of these positions. There Bitcoin's going. Bitcoin trying to create a little bit of a surge, breaking above the Fibonacci. Oh, I don't have the Fibonacci on this this chart. Let me actually change that very fast. You see Bitcoin's in an ascending triangle. I don't know if we're going to break out of this one or not, but let's see. If anything, it gives us a nice little target. Back over here. Here's Fibonacci number 2. There we are. Okay, I can see that line is trying to pop above. There we go. Halo Escrow, I didn't say I sold all my BitTorrent. I only sold part of it. I got millions of BitTorrent. Millions of them. Hold on 1 second. Sorry, guys. Oh, yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So not right now. I'm just patiently watching. If you're looking for something, you can always set up a scanner on TradingView. Let me see if I can actually can I pull up TradingView without it going straight to the charts. So go over here to Screener, go to Crypto Screener. And what you could do, this is a golden cross skin right here. I had to release the video. Let me actually set this one. You can have a screen that says change in the 15 minutes is above, oh, I don't know, 20, something like that. Like something that's moved up quite a bit in the last 15 minutes. So if I exit out, you'll see some big moves happening. These seem to be like Wi-Fi, something like this. So if you're looking for something that's popping off quite a bit, This is something you can do. Only thing I like about this screener is there's like stuff with Tether, stuff with Ethereum, stuff with Bitcoin, and you're seeing a lot of the same coins over and over and over again because they're just on different exchanges, which is why I don't like this way it works so much. But if you have an exchange that you use, like let's say you use KuCoin, this is a really good one. Nothing on KuCoin is really popping off right now, so that sucks. That's a horrible example. But you wanna be able to find some type of exchange here, maybe Bytebit. Fine, we'll just go to the classic Binance. If it'll. In Binance, you can see what coins have been popping off over the last few minutes. Premium index. This is premium. I don't see anything actually coins worth, so you see how tricky it is to actually get something here. But most of the time, if you just look for crosses, usually you'll just look for the 20 crossing over the 50. That's usually a good place to start if you're looking for something at the beginning of a breakout. The 20 crossing over the 50. And you can change the time intervals over here if you want to. I keep them for daily, because that means you don't, over a few days, the trend has been improving. Or if you're day trading and looking for something really fast, you can use the 5 or the 15. I'd probably say the 5 and the 15 is a good mix, just so you can see what's going on. But if you're just going to use one alert, probably just stick with the 5. Good. Let's see. Hey Ken, can you do some TA for ABT and options play? Yeah. Abbott Laboratories. I know the market's been pretty all over the place this week, hasn't it? This was an ascending triangle last week. Okay, so if you want to buy this right here, let me just do a quick little check to make sure nothing's happening in the past few years. No, it's still churning along. Since there's been so much volatility in the market, I'd probably say you'd want to be buying this for expiration this Friday. I'd be looking for a price target of maybe calls for, let's say 134, 135, and then as soon as it hit that price, I'd probably sell and just get out, even if it decides to go up even higher in the future. This market is so volatile right now that even if this is breaking out, you could definitely see how it could fall down over the next few days if COVID variant is worse or something like that. So far, what I've seen though is it seems like the media and the government really tried to do a little too much fear mongering over the weekend, and it seems like the COVID variant isn't all that bad after all. So I'm hoping that'll give the markets a little bit more juice and less tensions, if you will. So for now, I'd say 134, 135 strike price expiring this Friday, or if you wanted to hold on for a little bit longer, a little bit more risk there as well with the volatility. But you can always buy them for next Friday as well. I think you're going to find some pretty cheap ones around $134. If you're lucky tomorrow, maybe it'll be around 133, and see how that works out for you. Yeah, you can be a little greedy about holding it too. Just be careful with the overall market conditions. Have some way to see what the news is about COVID if you can. Oh, somebody just bought something up here. Hey, well, I'd probably say Ethereum is probably the better bet, safer bet than Dogecoin right now. I think Dogecoin is going to pop eventually. I just don't know where it's going to pop. My price target if Doge pops is probably somewhere between 60 and 80 cents. And then I'm going to have some holding. I'm going to be holding on to some for a while after that in case anything big happens. But my price target really is I'm going to be scaling out between 60 and 80 cents. Hey, I'm not going to do it. It will come back down. Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. I'm hoping we can have a nice little breakout here. What we need to happen at the moment is just a whale. Just a whale. Right now, we don't have enough volume to really push us up. Everybody's kind of freaked out at the moment. Anything? I was just trading view. I just got trading view premium. Can you do a quick rundown on the indicator you're using for divergences? So this is part of an algorithm. I pay for it for you guys. If you're looking for the algorithm, I have it down below. I think towards the very, very bottom. Besides that, though, you don't have to use this algorithm. You can go over here to indicators and strategies. If you have everything kind of more spread out, you should be able to see it. Like, let me see if I can get rid of all these things. There you go. Now you can see everything that I have. So if you click on indicators right here, see I have an invite only scripts. But if you go to favorites and you can type in an oscillator, you'll see there's a whole bunch of oscillators here. Volume, Chalkin, Klinger, Price Oscillator, Awesome Oscillator. I don't know some of these names. You can choose any one of these if you want to and see how they react. Otherwise, what you can do, and I like to do every now and again, is you can go to the community ones. So these are people that know how to program. They're programming their own scripts and you can use them for free. Now, some of them have little, locked things on them. That means you have to contact them for other information. I just don't even bother. I just kind of wait. Usually it means that these are being sold by somebody. But if you find something that has a high number of likes, like this guy from Lazy Bear is pretty popular as far as the indicators and strategies is making free ones. You can try to click on this one and do a favorite. And then you could also come up here and there was another one, free OBV oscillator. You go up here. And if you ever want to learn more about them, there's this little button right here called read more. Show you the script, the comments. Yep. And then, you can just, oh yes, this is from Lazy Bear's script itself and he added on to it, looks like. So yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in here that you could check out. And then if you wanted to, let me see if I can go here and add one of these for you just so you can see how it looks. Boiling Japan's. Not nearly as pretty. Showing different things here. But overall, I think it's pretty good. It has the basic points you're looking for. You have to take some time to learn how to read it, though. Whenever you get to a new oscillator or anything like that, you have to learn how to read it. There's the other one here as well. You can see which one you like the best. Yeah, this one's pretty fun as well. There you go. This one's much more simple, but I think it has its uses as well. This is historical data in here as well. I would try to search on YouTube a full trading view tutorial. I'm going to try to make one, but it won't be done for a couple weeks because it's going to be like an hour long, which is going to be very dry and boring. But look on YouTube. There's plenty of good tutorials on how to use TradingView. They'll help you out a lot. Hey Ryan, as far as NFT game tokens with built-in utility, I think they're good. I think they're worth investing as long-term holds. I haven't done any type of like trading of them, but I think they're worth buying for long-term plays, especially if they're related to something that's popular in the market, like metaverse and things like that. Okay, so Ethereum is a safer play, but Doge is higher risk but more profits. Exactly. You guys know, if you guys ever ask me between two things, I'm always going to tell you the safer play because I always want you to have, money at the end of the day, right? Let's see. Let's see. Hey, I'm Julie. Crow's doing fine here. I can trade you just for a second. Nothing really special is happening with it at the moment. There you go. Oh, hold on one second, guys. I forgot. This is going to be, let's see, 5, 15, 30, 45. There we go. Now everything's kind of missing again. There we go. Oh, this isn't the right one. Hold on a second, guys. Let me see if I can find it here. There we go. When in doubt. So it's trying to bounce up a little bit. It's up like 3.5%. I wouldn't be buying this right now just because I think Bitcoin probably has another drop left in it, or I'm waiting for Bitcoin to confirm. If you want to buy at the moment, your price target is going to be this 20-day moving average, which means you're going to be looking for a profit of about 9-10% from here, especially if it's able to spike. I think if you buy right now, you want to play it safe though and just aim for maybe 5 to 6% profit and not really hope, not estimate that's going to actually run into the 20-day moving average. What I can see happening from here, if Bitcoin takes another dip, is a test out of the 20, then coming back down and then trying to bounce off the 50. And we'll see what the 50 is able to do here in the next few days. But for the moment, I'd only be buying this if you're looking to stake it for a long-term position at the moment. Otherwise, I'd wait to see if this will come down a little bit. Like most coins here, kind of reminds me of SHIB, parabolic pop, but after a while, the buyers slowly leave. And as time goes on, you get better and better opportunities to be buying it up. What's the 15 look like for Bitcoin? 30? You might have to wait a little bit, but I think Bitcoin could have a nice little pop here. Crossed above, what's the 45 looking like? Making moves, hour, making moves. 2 hour, getting there. It's gonna be a fight, but there's an opportunity for Bitcoin to make a move higher here. It's gonna be a fight though. Whales shorts aren't gonna let it make it easy. There we are. Hey Hisoka, I know we definitely all want Bitcoin to go. It'll take its time. Just give it some time here. Let's see. Hey the push. Hey Sol, Tia and Shiba. Yeah, let's look. We just talked about that one, but I didn't do the technicals on it. There we go. Let me actually just take away all these drawings here. We already knew about the channel down here and the breakout opportunity. What we're looking at now though is it's a little bit more tricky. I'm not even going to try to use a trend line on this bad boy. Let's use some horizontal lines as levels of support. I'll use a trend line for the top right here. I think this should get a little bit more bullish if it's able to break up here. This may have some juice left in it. We have this bearish cross here, and you can see we've been going down ever since. We're just now getting a 200. Is there a way to get this? I usually switch through a few because I want to see if there's a longer 200 daily moving average here. KuCoin? No, not really. A little bit longer. No, okay. Well, how much it is? Never mind. I don't want to do all the lines again. Yeah, right now I think SHIB is a better hold than some of the other coins we've been looking at. I wouldn't really be buying right now because I think we're going to probably run into this 20-day moving average. It may lead to a short-term spike, but I really would be more encouraged to buy on this actual breakout here. And I'd probably have a stop loss at the 2944 at the moment. That stop loss is pretty high if you ask me, but see, it's a 20% stop loss. But if you did buy somewhere down here, I think it'll be worth it. Otherwise, if you're looking for a stop loss, you'd probably have to go to the 30 or the 50-minute chart. And then from there, I'd use the stop loss of this 3266. That might be a little bit better. But I think SHIB has some volume. People are still hyped about it. It's trying to break above the moving averages bit by bit. Slowly is. But yeah, personally, I want to wait to see what happens. It still has the same time frame before Bitcoin can break out that this can break out. So let's go back over here. If Bitcoin decides to break out, you can see this definitely have a little bit of trouble with the 20, but then break out. Otherwise, if Bitcoin breaks down here, goes up, you're going to see the same exact thing happen here. And that's that uncertainty which is making me say I'm going to hold off on buying it. But I am pretty interested in buying some SHIB if it's able to break out here. I am going to be interested in buying some. Swing trade, not long, but still enough to make me some money. Back over here to 5. There we are. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Hey, Ian. Circle FTX, Bitfury CEO Paxo Seller and Coinbase will be witnesses at Full House hearing on December 8th. Oh, that'll be interesting. I think that should place on something like a C-SPAN. or something like that if we're lucky. If I can, I'll see if I can find out a way to stream that live for us. Maybe while we're while I'm having a stream or something like that, so we can just see what they say. Whenever these people get in front of the government and the regulators and the bureaucracy, Congress in general, I always like to see what their answers are, because I want to know what exactly do our local representatives, actually know about crypto, because it's these times we find out, if they don't know much, you better believe a bank is going to tell them what they believe. How's here on the 8th? It's only a couple days. That's Wednesday. That's not bad at all. I'll try to find it. Hey, Monica. Probably about BGB. Nothing new at the moment. He did respond to me. I think he said it was still in the works, but let me actually find the exact thing he said. Regarding BGB staking, it's still pending for the release. Currently, for BGB holders, BGB can be used for trading a fee with a discount rate. For more information, please check out, the same website we've checked out a bunch of times. So for now, it seems like it's still in the works. I'm hoping something can come out a little bit sooner, but right now he has no more news to give. So I would assume it's in the works. It should be coming out soon, but I'll keep on trying to ask him once a week or something like that to see what's going on. Because I also want to stake my BGB. Otherwise, it's just kind of sitting there, not gaining interest, or not doing anything, just sitting there. Making me money still, I guess, but no, not as much as I want. I could with staking. The hearing name, Digital Assets and the Future of Finance, Understanding the Challenges and Benefits of the Financial Innovation in the United States. That's actually a pretty darn good name. I wonder who came up with that one. It's the latest from Congress to explore the challenges of adopting crypto assets. That's true. Oops. Hey, Ken, thanks for this $2 super chat, my man. I appreciate it a lot, my man. Let me see. I'm behind on my questions, as you can see. Hey, Ahsoka, how do you change the background color of TradingView? What you have to do here is just right-click on it. Settings. Appearance. And you can see everything here. I do background as solid. You can do it to gradient if you want. And then you just change the color. So I can have it be yellow background if I really wanted to. I can have it be gradient. I can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. Where it's gradient means it's just kind of flow from color. So here's a red to blue gradient. Like that. So there's a whole bunch of random tools. Now, I don't know why you'd want your screen to look like this, but you can if you wanted to. So you just go to settings, go to appearance, excuse me. You're gonna hit solid, then make it a black. I like black. I think the default color here is something like gray, and I don't like it. Like this, I don't like it at all. I like that deep black gray. And then if you want grid lines there, you can set the opacity, say it, to whatever number you want to, and you could change them. So now you see lines here. I can see lines like that. You can make them dotted lines or dashed lines if you wanted to. You can get pretty technical here if you wanted to. I just have everything black, so the lines are there. You just can't see them because it's black on black. But yeah, so you can change up everything you wanted to. Otherwise, you can just set it to like zero opacity and just like it's not there. You can have session breaks if you want to. A whole bunch of different stuff in here. But most of the time, I just set it to black. And if you hit OK, you can just click OK. I'd recommend hitting apply to all. That way, all of the charts look exactly the same. Otherwise, it'll just change that one chart. So you have one chart looking all gray or something like that. Then you have another chart looking all nice and black. So it does make a difference. Let's see. Hey, Coin. Oh, thanks, man. I'll look at it. I don't know what's going on with it today. That stream has been becoming more and more of a hassle to maintain. Let me see if I can find it over here. There we go. Get a little bit of login information here. You guys might hear double music, so let me take this off. Screen. I wish this screen had extra monitors. That'd make my life a lot easier. What the heck? No, this isn't the right one. Let me see if this one works out any better. Oh yeah, Robinhood's having some issues here. Yeah, that's not a me thing, that's a Robinhood thing. I guess I'm reliant on other people's tech. Yeah, so there's nothing I can do about the Robinhood thing for now. What I can try to do here is just go here, copy the same thing, paste in. Nope. Yeah, Robinhood's having some issues right now. I can do one thing to verify that just by my part, and I can hop over here. I'll X out of it for now. I can keep this music on. It's fine. It's still decent tunes. Let me make sure the music's actually on. Yeah, I can have that music rolling on for us. Let me go over here to see Robinhood down. Says everything's operational. Down detector. Aha. Robinhood says everything's working, but down detector says they are lying. So Robinhood's having some issues right now. I'll try to fix it in a little bit, but there's nothing I can do for it now, my man. Let them know if you can. But what I'm looking at is, yeah, Robinhood's having a few issues here. Went from the normal 1 to 2 all the way up to 204 in like less than like 10, 15 minutes. So Robinhood's having an issue. And they're having an issue where they don't even know about it, which is always drives me nuts. Like, okay, if I type in Robinhood down, Robinhood status, so it's everything's operational. So I'm guessing this is for somewhere specifically in the world. I don't know exactly where it's at. 5 hours ago, no. So yeah, so Robinhood's having some issues somewhere across the world. No new tweets here about anything, but yeah, they're having an issue. So as soon as that issue gets resolved, I'll have the tickers back up working fine. I know the tickers right now on my screen are working okay, but I need the tickers to work on the other streams as well. But for now, yeah, there's nothing I can do about it. Kind of sucks. Hate being reliant on Robinhood. I don't even have money with them. Let's see here. Hey, Yasin, happy to see you back, man. Hey, Lois, did I have money in the Bitmart exchange? No, I don't keep money in Bitmart exchange. Let's see. Hey, Kelly, can Doge get down to 13 cents again? Yeah, Bitcoin takes another bit of a large dip, like back into the 40,000, like $40,000, $45,000 range. You can definitely see Dogecoin take a dip back down to 13 cents or so. Hey, Miss Rosie. As far as BSV, I like it better as a long-term hold and nothing else besides that at the moment. It's just been doing okay. It hasn't really excited me over the past few months, but I think it's a solid long-term hold where eventually it'll kind of pop off one day and you'll be happy you held it. Not worth a lot of money, though, because you're still waiting for that to pop off, so that money's not being used to make you more money, if that makes sense. Hey, Ken. Hi, Mike. I was looking at the weekly Bitcoin, and my pivot indicator shows a double top and a potential head and shoulders. What are your thoughts? Yeah, we talked about this a few days ago. I think it was Saturday, and probably about a few weeks ago then as well. How do I want to do this? I'll delete all this stuff for now, and I'll bring it back. Yeah, so you can definitely see a shoulder, head, and shoulder coming up here. This is one of the things I was afraid of if we dropped or when we dropped. I was just, now we can confirm that we potentially have a shoulder. We have this level of support down here. We came back down to at least these levels. Are we going to come back down like this and then confirm and then come back down to 28,000 or so? That's what I'm hoping doesn't happen. And that's why once this breakout occurs, I'd be pretty darn happy to buy it because I would have a good anticipation that's going to break out a little bit higher. And then from there, I'm actually going to start scaling out a little bit early unless I see something really good happen. But what I can definitely see is you can see how the 200 is slowly starting to creep up here. You might see this cross happen over here before it starts to drop, and then that would cause us to come all the way back down here for a little bit. Then, of course, it would come down to, are we going to hold the neck? The neck would be this line right here, the support of the shoulder. You see how resistance, support, hopefully support down here, and resistance, something like that. That's what I'd be looking at. So it's in my mind. It wouldn't occur for like until like January, basically like almost 2 months away from now. But it is something in the back of my head. Yes, it is. Something that I hope never happens, but something that could happen. I wish crypto was all rosy. There we are. There we are. And Bitcoin's really trying to churn. There's some retail traders and they're trying to push it up. Hey, EK, can you go over time frames as far as death cross and golden cross? It really determines how you're trying to trade. So if you're trying to do a little bit of day trading, you would probably look at the 5, the 15, and the 30. The nice time frames, that's what you're going to be looking at. If you're looking at doing something more like a swing trade, where you're going to be holding for a few days to a few months, you're definitely going to be looking at the daily charts and maybe the 4-hour to find the best price opportunity. But you're mostly going to be looking at the daily chart candles for if you're looking to be trading for multiple days there. As far as anything else, yeah, you should be fine with just that information. Just be careful that you're not just using the golden crosses and the death crosses. Make sure to use other technicals along with that. If you see a golden cross before a few days before a potential breakout, maybe you can buy a little bit earlier. Stuff like that can make your life a lot easier. And remember, you don't just have to use the 50-day moving average, the 20-day moving average, and the 200. I like those ones better for daily chart candles. But if you're looking to do a little bit of day trading, especially in the stock market and stuff like that, you can use other numbers. Head over to Investopedia and type in moving averages. They usually have a list on it about the different types of moving averages you can use specifically for day trading. I know I use the same moving averages for everything. Every now and again, I change it up a little bit, but for the most part, I like the standard 20, 50, 200. It works for me pretty darn well. Let's go. Bitcoin's trying to rise up a little bit here. Hey, Steven. Yeah, Bitcoin is definitely being manipulated here. Definitely being manipulated. So, hey, Alexander, is there a way to I can check the same chart as you on my phone when I'm on the go? I don't get a chance to look at the charts, just the price. You can always, TradingView has an app if you want to know how to use it. The good thing about TradingView is you can set up the charts like here on your time off whenever you're actually at home. And if you want to look at them throughout the day, then you're able to just see all the technicals you've already put up and not do all the weird stuff. We have to actually draw the technicals on your phone. And I have like an iPhone 12 Pro Max, something like that. It's a decent one, but the screen is pretty nice. But it's still not big enough for me to really want to do all the technicals on it. So you could pre-do your technicals on a desktop computer or your laptop or whatever. And then you can just pull up the TradingView app, and I can hit Bitcoin launch full view chart, and you probably can't see anything there, but you can kind of see how there's a bunch of lines on my screen. Those are all the lines that I personally put up there, and I can squeeze it a little bit, do a whole bunch of stuff, and it makes my life a lot easier doing that way. Oh, Ken just told you that right there. Ken, TradingView has an app. Yes, sir. Hey, Ryan, XLM. Let me take a peek here. Looks more like a trade than a hold. I'm looking at the 20 crossing below the 200, even though we had a golden cross there. It looks so nice until Bitcoin caused it to drop. I think it'd be fun to, it's not a day trade. This looks more like a swing trade or something like that. This wick here, I don't know. Was this wick on anything else? Let me just do Bitstamp. No, it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, I'd say right now it'd be better to be doing a little bit more day trading on it, a little bit more activity there. Like that. You see the 5. Pretty decent swings here. Yeah, as far as how long you want to hold it, I would only stick to day trading at this time. And you just know I'm overly cautious about this Bitcoin stuff. But for the moment, Bitcoin's looking okay. So, perfect time to day trade. Normally when Bitcoin looks like it's going to be stable for at least a little bit, you start to see stuff pop off. Logie? Yeah, stop doing stuff. Let's see. Hey, DD, happy to see you back. Matic very fast. I can look at Matic real quick. Matic right now is still a hold, just because it's been able to stay up pretty well so far. That's what you're looking at there. Oops, this slid off a little bit. There you go. Matic is still a hold in my opinion. It looks fine. It looks like it's primed to go up even more here pretty soon. Had a little bit of a bullish cross after non so bullish cross here. But I think this has some juice left in the tank. If you're going to be buying this, I would have somewhat of a pretty decent stop loss for you, though, just in case it decides to start turning back down. I would say just to be safe, have a 5% stop loss from the price you bought it at, just to make sure if it does start to dip back down, you're not going to be, holding a bag, because right now the price is pretty darn high from where it broke out from. But you had somewhat of a double bottom here, which is why I'm hoping that it continues to go up. If you actually looking to buy off of this double bottom, you would have actually had to buy right here. And if you did, you'd be up about 5% right now, which isn't too bad. Right now, you see it's running into resistance. This is a selling off zone. Let me see if we can find this here. Like that. There's a lot of resistance right here in this zone. Came down, came down. But if you bought at the neck right here as it broke out, you're still at 5%, so it's not too bad. Even then, you'd probably walk away with at least something. So if you're looking for right now, you can definitely take a position. Have something like a 5% stop loss to protect you, though. And if you don't have a stop loss, or your exchange doesn't allow you to have a stop loss, you should really be watching it like a hawk the entire time. I have a link down below for BitGet if you guys wanted to try that one. That one has good stop losses. But if you guys don't have stop losses, be very careful about day trading in this market, because anything's possible with this amount of volatility going on. Bitcoin's still giving it a try. Don't be fooled by these small moves, though. Bitcoin can still get slammed down. If you did want to buy something right now, just again, watch it very closely. Hey Chess, how do you get TradingView? TradingView is free, so it's not like you have to pay for it. There are paid plans on it if you wanted to use it. But let's here. Just go to TradingView. Type TradingView on Google. Oh, went straight there. Hold on. TradingView. Whole bunch of space marks. There you go. And you hit this one, TradingView, track all markets, and it'll give you the option to sign up and stuff like that. Then I'd recommend watching a tutorial about how to use TradingView. This can be very overwhelming if you guys aren't used to it, but most people learn it fairly in like the first few weeks. They get it. Excuse me. Hey, Heaton. Yeah, if you guys can, please consider liking the stream. I appreciate it a lot. Every like helps with the stream, and I'm trying to reach, 100,000 subscribers by next year, so by the end of next year. 60,000 by the end of this year, though. Hey, David. I don't think Doge is going to turn into SafeMoon. SafeMoon kind of had a big bleed out here. Make sure for Doge, though, make sure you have somewhat of a stop loss. Like, you have to have a price where if Doge goes a certain level, you just have to say, hey, it was worth a shot. I didn't make the money I wanted to. I need to move this money somewhere else where it can make me more money. Make sure to have that stop loss and honor it. And it should work out well for you. Sometimes you could always change your mind in the middle of it, but try your best to stick with whatever plan you have going forward. Because usually when you're planning everything out, the emotions aren't really playing a big key factor in it. And no worries, Saul. Robinhood just released crypto alerts. Percent change. Oh, that's interesting. Maybe that's why maybe that's why their stuff is breaking down here, or why they're having so many issues with their app. It seems like everything's working now on the other stream, so that's nice to see. But yeah, I guess they were just having some issues there, and that's what caused that kind of middle crash going on with Robinhood. There we are. So we're seeing Bitcoin try to surge right now. Let's see if it's able to. A little bit of a pump. You see an increased level of volume hopping in here. A slight one. Let's see if it'll continue. Pretty soon you should see a wall start to form here. Hopefully we can bust through that wall. Normally, if you guys are looking for a wall on the second chart, it's just going to look like a bunch of ticks like this, all next to each other, but going all for a while. whether there's buys going up, but we're just chewing through a wall. We haven't hit that wall yet, which means we're just kind of relying on some everyday traders to push us up. Well, let's see how that works out. Hey, Lousy, I wouldn't say altcoin season's coming right now, not after that drop. We're in a bear market right now for Bitcoin, so I'm patiently waiting this out. It's a pretty short-term bear market, but it's still a bear market in my opinion. Hey, goes Loki in the corner. Yeah, Loki's been he's been passed out. He's been really tired lately. I guess he's in one of his little growth spurts, and I've been watching him. I'm trying to get him to poop though. He hasn't pooped since this morning, so I'm like, dude, what's the matter with you? Did you eat something you're not supposed to, or what? I think he's fine, but sometimes I want him to poop, so he's not pooping in my room or something like that. He hasn't pooped in my room for like a month actually, so it's been pretty nice. Hey, thanks Joseph for liking my man. I appreciate it. Yeah, that is. Hey, Brandon, it'll be interesting to see how that works out for Robinhood. Robinhood as a company is having some trouble generating revenue at the moment. So anything they can do to really spice up their app, that's what they're going to try to do at the moment. I mean, let's just go over here let's go to the hood. Boom. Didn't I tell you guys a while ago Robinhood is going to hit all-time lows? I told you guys this a while ago, and here we are, all-time lows. They need to find a way to make money here. Their big money plays have come from stuff like Dogecoin or stuff like GameStop, AMC, and unfortunately, we haven't had stuff like that in a while. We just haven't. The Wall Street has adapted to that type of those types of plays. The last time I checked, AMC's getting hit hard. GameStop's been getting hit hard, and they've been falling down a little bit. Wall Street's kind of adapted to this new method, and if you guys forget, after all this happened, they started paying people a bunch of money that know social media and investing. They sent them over to spy on everybody in Wall Street bets, so they know what's happening ahead of time, and if they see it on a public forum, what's about to happen, they can easily bet against it without breaking any laws. So, just understand, Robinhood's in a pickle right now, and they're going to try everything they can to get people excited about their app. But as far as there's been a growing niche out there, a growing market for people like me to talk to you guys about stocks, crypto, technical analysis, lifestyle stuff, whatever. There's been a growing market for that. And a lot of us in these new channels or new Instagrams or new TikToks or whatever, none of us really recommend using Robinhood for good reason. There's better platforms out there. Everything's better. Robinhood kind of sucks. People like it because it's simple and it's okay for new traders. But besides that, Robinhood, I don't like it at all. But I still show it to you guys every now and again because I understand you guys still use it. And it depends on what level you guys are as a trader, obviously. But Robinhood's, they should be putting out lots of new stuff in the future. And hopefully that helps out. And remember, I told you guys, I don't know if this is going to be true or not, but pretty soon they're going to be coming out with wallets eventually. I am 99.99% sure that they're going to charge you money to transfer to do wallet transfers. There's no way they're not going to try to profit off of that after not making much money at all. They need to find a way to increase revenue because now it's not just the board and the regular stockholders that they have to care about. It's the masses who have also bought in stocks on this one, and now it's able to be shorted and stuff like that. So the whole game plan is much, much different. And they need to figure this stuff out pretty quickly. What's the market cap for this one at the moment? And the market cap is at 21 billion. This thing can keep coming down. Keep coming down. Especially as they get more regulated because they kind of ticked off a whole bunch of politicians by that shady move with AMC and GameStop. GameStop mostly. But so over time, hopefully Robinhood should be able to change its act a little bit and help you guys out more. That's the kind of gist of what I'm hoping they do. But the way Vlad's been running the company, I don't think so. He kind of lied flat out. So we'll see. I'm hoping that they give you guys a whole bunch of cool bells and whistles. But remember, you guys over time should really think about moving on from Robinhood. My thing is, if you guys have Robinhood and you guys are feeling like you're outgrowing it, if you're not outgrowing it, stay with it, be happy with it. I'm not going to be mad at you for staying there, nor should you care if I am mad at you for staying there. I'd recommend moving your money over from Robinhood over to TD Ameritrade or Fidelity or E-Trade. All those are good platforms. I prefer TD Ameritrade. That's my bread and butter. I love it. I'd recommend that the most, but really it is up to you guys. As far as crypto, I had the link down below for BitGet, but if you guys are outside the United States, you guys can also go to Binance. There's KuCoin here in the United States as well. There's a whole bunch of options, and all of them are better than Robinhood, and they all allow you to get wallets. Wallets are so crucial, and it's something that Robinhood hasn't had much. I don't feel like they've been, how do I say this? They just haven't felt too exciting about it. Or I don't feel like they've been prioritizing the wallets. I don't think they see the value in the wallets like every other crypto trader out there. So I'm kind of like, if they don't really understand the value of wallets and not really trying to pump it out fast enough or make it good enough, causes me a little bit of concern. But I'm hoping by the time they release wallets, there's not going to be any hiccups or anything, because I can only imagine the first day of Robinhood wallets, everybody's transferring money out of Robinhood, and then all of a sudden there's a glitch where all that money's getting sent to the wrong wallets or something crazy like that. And oh God, it'd be horrible. Hey Ghost, do I have any insight at AMC? Let me take a quick peek at it. I know we just talked about it a couple seconds ago, but I did not do any chart work on it. AMC Entertainment, daily. So that was that breakdown. It broke down below the 200 here. Broke down below support. Looks pretty bearish at the moment, Ghost. What I'm looking at right now is you're seeing this crossover come down with the 20s crossing below the 50. I assume in the next few days you're actually going to see the 20 cross below the 200 as well. I think this one it wants to enter like it wants to keep on going down here. I don't know exactly where it's going to stop. The next level of support you might have is down at 20 bucks, but I think this is going to continue coming down before it gets any better. This still seems like a very high risk play here. You guys know I think of these types of plays as YOLOs. And especially after that breakdown, I think it would have been better just to buy some puts on it. I think right now, there's just no support, is there? All right, let me just see if there's a Fibonacci level I can look at for the moment. No, there's not going to be with this distance. Right now, if it breaks this low of about $25.31, I think you might be able to buy a short-term put position on this one, maybe for a couple weeks out. Don't buy a lot just because this is a very volatile thing. This could easily just be pumped up, which is like the beauty of AMC. But I might have a short-term put position at a $25 strike price that expires not this Friday, but next Friday. And as it comes down, you can definitely make some good money off of it. If you wanted to hedge that with something, maybe 5 puts at, these are kind of overpriced puts though, but I think they might be got a lot cheaper. 5 puts at $25 and then one call for $40. In case it really does start to shoot up, you can really take advantage of that fast movement and make some money off it. Otherwise, you can do 2 calls at $32, and if it seems like it's going to continue falling down, you could easily just exit out those call positions. But you don't have to. You don't have to do the extra calls or not. You could just do naked puts, which is what I normally do. Naked calls, naked puts. But if you wanted to, you could definitely have something there to protect you if you wanted it. But for now, I'm looking at this one, and it still seems like it needs to come down a little bit more. I'm hoping it can hold, but I mean, right now it's kind of a no man's land, and you could almost see this gapping down here eventually, and that's where those puts would come into play. We want this to break a higher high. You see how it's like this one's a little bit higher than this one? We need this to continue breaking out. Otherwise, it's not going to really help us out too much. Hey, Byte Media. Happy to see you back, my man. Yeah, no worries, Joseph. Happy to help you out. Oh, sorry. Just read your question. It can definitely hit 20 cents. Whether it hits 20 cents before Bitcoin breaks out, who knows? I think right now, if you're looking to buy Doge, you're going to have to think about it as a long-term hold only. Unless you're trying to wait for this golden cross here. I'm kind of waiting for that golden cross on Doge as well as a breakout from Bitcoin. Those are the two things I want to see happen in order for me to really want to buy Dogecoin, if that makes sense. But for now, I think yeah, it has a strong chance of hitting 20 cents. Just probably not before Bitcoin breaks out. So you're gonna have to wait a while for it to happen. But it'll definitely go back above 20. Looking at here. Hey David, thanks for answering my question. Oh yeah, no worries. Think they will list Shiba Inu for profit gains? I think they can. The best thing, if Robinhood knew what they were doing, and sometimes I just don't know, they should really just start putting a whole bunch of low market cap coins on them. The beauty of Dogecoin is when they put it up there, it has such a tiny market cap. Like, guys, remember, here, let's go to numbers, Dogecoin, all. Now, Dogecoin's been on there for a while, 0.003, 0.0024, but the market cap during that time, it was like $400 million, 400 million. That's it. That's why I bought it in the first place. It had a very, very tiny market cap and a very tiny price. So I was like, oh, I guarantee somebody's going to try to pump this up to $1 someday. That's the only reason I bought Dogecoin. I didn't know what to do. To this day, I still don't even know what Dogecoin is trying to achieve. I just know meme coins, and I know when you can find one that has a decent name, that has a small market cap, that's on a major platform that hasn't exploded yet, it's only a matter of time. And so right now what I'm looking at, because right now Dogecoin looks like it wants to continue going down, which is why I'm saying, I want to wait this out and see where it goes. But otherwise, you can start buying right now, but it's going to take a little bit of time for this thing to really start popping off again. It may take a lot longer because of this bear market that Bitcoin's in. But this is why I always tell you guys, go over to coinmarketcap.com in your free time. I'll make a video about this as well. I just need to start making more published content for you guys. Go over here to page 2, or I think about page 5, I guess. Excuse me. Actually, let's start off at page 4. 4, is that working out? There we go. Excuse me, guys. I'm burping up a little bit. You see this market cap here. And as it goes down, each number represents the next highest market cap and the next highest market cap and so forth. Descending order. Look at the coins over here. See if there's any coins right here. Try to follow them if you can. I know it takes a lot of time to find these types of plays here. But what you guys can do is you can say, hey, hop onto their Telegram or their Discords, and every now and again, just see if you can hear anything through the grapevine saying, hey, this might be put on Robinhood. Hey, this might get put on this exchange. They're buying this. Something like that. It'll help you guys a lot more with finding some of these parabolic plays before they go off. You guys know I bought SHIB before it exploded. You guys know I bought Dogecoin before it exploded. And you guys know both times I really didn't put much money into the coins. Now, Dogecoin made me a bunch more money because SHIB's market cap was already high enough as it is, but Dogecoin's market cap at the time I bought it was definitely good. And that's why right now I'm looking at coins like down here, very small coins. The metaverse coins were kind of my last big pop-off moment. And right now, since we're kind of in this downward market, I'm looking for what can I buy next. And you guys know what I've been looking at is some of these coins in the metaverse. Okay, I got a fancy mouse. I should probably just use it. There we go. Metaverse coins that have really tiny market caps. And I mean very tiny market caps. Here, like I go over here to page 2. I'm in Zero, Atlantis, Metabrands, Inari, Rich City. What else am I in right now? Deep Space Token. I just like all the zeros with the tiny market cap. And you guys can't even see the market cap here. I mean, that's how crazy it can be. And so I've been buying up a bunch of these coins just to see how they kind of work out. These coins at these levels should always be considered YOLOs to a certain effect, where you could lose all of the money. A lot of the rug pulls that you guys see in the market happen around these prices. So just be aware of that. Don't feel like you have to be pushing in a whole bunch of money. These are YOLO plays that you only do every now and again. But if it pops off, it pops off, and you have a new car, you have a down payment for a nice house, something like that. And you can see the volatility that goes along. Hold on 1 second here. Let me pull this up. Defined.fi. So there's this website here called Defined, defined.fi. You can, a lot of these coins down here that have a much cheaper market caps, you can actually look at the charts here because they're not nearly as clean and they're not even on trading view yet. So let's say, the 0 one I'm looking at. This is the one I've showed you guys multiple times before. The 24-hour change is up 2.38%, not much at all, but you can see all the individual buys, the sells, and stuff like that. So you can see over the day, it eventually opened up. It's been dying off every day for a while. I bought in right here on this dip. It dipped down. Now I'm back to breaking even. I'm happy with that. And the whole time, this was only like a couple weeks, I knew exactly what was causing the dip, which made it not so scary. Basically, it was a whole bunch of fun in the market. The head developer's mom got sick, so he was out for like 4 days, and people just panicked because he wasn't there talking to them in the Telegram. And that's exactly what happened here. Like, it was actually insane. But as soon as he came back and the new marketing team was announced, look at that, a big, massive pump. I don't know what this is here, but a pump of 181%. There's some crazy stuff that happens in the market, and you can see each individual buy, sell, everything going on here. Sell, sells, lots of sells, some buys, big buys at 26,000, 16,000. Crazy amount of stuff here. Crazy amount of stuff. 16,000, 14,000. You saw the $8,000 sell, $2,000 sell, 6,000. And so far, it's boomed back up. So it's that type of stuff where these are the next plays I think are going to go parabolic. And the main reason I've been buying these coins, you guys can choose whatever coin you guys want to. I've been buying some metaverse coins. There's also other coins I'm going to look at that aren't metaverse, that are just kind of your standard coin. One of the things I really like about all this stuff is you guys know that if you guys want to buy a coin like this, you're going to have to pay something called gas fees. That means you're going to have to pay it in Ethereum, like anywhere from $70 to the max I've ever seen is like $300 and something just to make the trade itself. So that means you got to have like, let's just say like an even price, $200 just to buy a couple $100 worth of coins. It's very, very expensive. When Ethereum 2 comes out, those fees in theory should come down, maybe something to more to $20 to $50. That's more reasonable. And if that is in fact the case, guess what? There's going to be a lot more activity hopping into these coins right here, which is going to make my life a lot easier because I'm getting into a lot of them right now. But because Ethereum fees are so high, I'm paying a freaking premium to do so. But that's why if I ever want to buy a coin, and I recommend this to you guys as well, I'll probably make a video about this as well here. Don't be afraid to just have your phone open, refresh the fee rate, refresh the fees, refresh the fee rate so you guys know how much what the fees are. I've seen my fees go from $250 and then 10 minutes later, instead of paying $250, I paid $70. People just stopped using it or something like that. I don't know the exact reason why, but if I just by waiting 10 minutes, $250 or $70, which one seems more reasonable? In fact, for a lot of instances, when that happens, they still do the trade, but they put all that extra money that wasn't going to be used for fees. They put that into the trade itself to potentially make more money down the line. Because once you do that Ethereum, it's a sunk cost. It's not coming back. It's something you had to do to make that trade. Otherwise, now you own more coin. That could be worth more if the price actually goes up. For whatever token you guys are holding. But yeah, if you guys want to look at for random coins, defined.fi is a great website. Forget about the coins I talk about. You guys know the coins I'm passionate about. I always share them with you guys. But what can I find here? Yes. What's this coin right here? Sabaku Inu. I don't know anything about this coin, but I can see the chart for it. It pumped, it dumped, and it has yet to recover here. Yet to recover. How are these swings looking? Over the last since September, it's up about... Oh, it's not even going to tell me a percent. Wowza. Yeah, it's up a certain amount. Who knows? But, so you can really tell what's going on. And you can see overall, look at this. You saw that the coin I was in, it had a lot more buys and heavy buys. These ones, there's not really much buying going on here, like selling off, selling off, selling off. So it gives you an opportunity to say, wow, because there's not many buys because each one has to be swapped. You're like, I kind of like this. I like to see people buying in. Like for the zero coin I just talked about, something encouraging for me, there you go, is even though we had $1,000 sell off a while ago, another $1,000 or $2,000, another like $300, just 12 hours ago on this coin, somebody spent like $8,000 on it. To spend $8,000 on a coin, it's kind of nice. Down $1,000, sold, bought 3,000, sold 10,000, sold 4,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, and you come down 2,000 in, 2,000 in, 16,000 in, then 26,000. It's a whole crazy cycle, but it's nice to see it happening, if that makes sense. There we go, right back here. And Bitcoin's trying. It needs to break over this, what level? 51,206.32 cents. 51,206.31 cents. I'm hoping it can pop off there. It's trying. Hey, Jay Reezy, what do you thank you very much for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. What do you think about VeChain going forward? I think it's good for a long-term hold. I think right now this bear market is really flipping, switching off what's good and what's not. Usually we have it maybe once every year or 2 years. You see coins kind of pop off and other coins die off. And I think we're in one of those transformations right now. But I think VeChain is going to hold on. I think it'll be fine. I don't really do much trading on it besides the long-term hold I have. It's just something as like I'm going to be holding it for years. I'm not going to really look at it for years. I'm expecting good things, but I don't, it's not something I'm really excited about the project they're working on. Doesn't mean I don't expect money out of it, though. What's going on right here? Not using wallets. I hit Webull first under Hood, and Webull spoiled me. Yeah, Webull's a really, it's a good app. There's better apps out there, but it's still a good one. Yeah, maybe they will sell cheap. I'm putting in a bid. Yeah, definitely. Mike, I'm overwhelmed in all of those. All the small market caps. Yeah, they can be pretty intense. And hey, Heaton, I almost didn't call you Heaton. Robinhood lost me a while ago. Love TD Ameritrade for stocks like BitGet, Coinbase Pro, Voyager, Ethereum for crypto. That's where I like crypto. Crypto, you guys can use as many exchanges you guys want to. You guys know I prefer to trade on BitGet, but that doesn't mean I'm totally in BitGet. Like all my money is there. I have KuCoin, I have Voyager for the interest rates. I don't use Coinbase, but I used to before the fees got out of control. But yeah, there's with stocks and options, I recommend only having one exchange. There's an exception there. I'll tell you in a second. But for crypto, you can use as many exchanges as you want to. Just make sure you have all of your usernames and passwords saved, and they all need to be different usernames and passwords to protect yourself. It's not the biggest thing, but it's important to me, so I kind of tell it to you guys. As far as the stock market, the only reason you guys would want to have multiple portfolios is in case you guys don't have $25,000 and you guys want to do a certain amount of day trades every day. So for Robinhood, you can do 3 day trades, Webull 3 day trades, TD Ameritrade 3 day trades, E-Trade 3 day trades. And so you get a bunch of day trades for the week if you really wanted to do it that way. It's a little annoying, of course, to actually have to switch between different accounts. But if you guys don't have the capital to do all of those day trades, it can definitely be a little bit of a loophole for yourself to not have to worry about it so much. Oh, somebody's trying to bring us down here. Yeah, it's going to be a battle. Let's see right here. Hey, Grammarly, how do I display Ethereum and Bitcoin in the top corners of that? I use streaming software. It's not something you can do from TradingView. It's just for my streaming software. I have Robinhood tickers open on one of my other monitors, and I just have that going from side to side on my streaming software. Hey, Gus, no matter how far they push AMC down, those shorts were soft to cover, and it thinks it's close to 100 million shares. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's going to be continually squeezes when it comes to AMC. There's always going to be that. But until then, the best thing you can do is just hold some stock. you're not going to be able to guess exactly when that's going to happen. The safest thing, if you guys wanted to play AMC, again, it's a very high risk play, but you guys would just be owning stock. If you're looking for a quick buck, you guys would be looking for puts if it manages to break down below that low. Raining pretty hard outside. Hey Justin, as far as the time frame on the golden cross for Dogecoin, we don't have an exact time frame on it. Let me show you this very fast. So if I go over here to Dogecoin the daily, if Dogecoin was still kind of settling around here, then it popped off or something similar to that, made a little bit of a move upwards, you could definitely see the 50 crossing above the 200 here. But now that Bitcoin's taking a sudden drop, you're going to see that the 50 actually starts to increase its downward trajectory, which means it's going to take a little bit longer for the golden cross to occur, which means it's going to be a little bit more of a pain. Now the next golden cross officially that you guys can see is when the 20 crosses above the 50 here, and that may take about a week or two. And then Dogecoin can start rallying back up to maybe 22 to 24 cents from there. And that's it. But that's if Bitcoin can manage to hold on to the support level we have right now. If Bitcoin takes another drop or it doesn't break out here in the next week or so, you're going to see Dogecoin break down again. And then you're going to see those moving averages move down even further, which means it's going to take even longer for this breakout to occur. So, because when a moving average crosses above itself, it's also known as a breakout or breakdown. So, when you're looking at this, technically this is a breakdown. That's how you refer to it. I just call it a golden cross or a death cross, something like that. Or normally I just say, hey, the 20 crossed down below the 50. But this in itself is a breakdown. That within itself is a breakdown. Now, it's not as big of a breakdown as what you would say a trend line here or a horizontal level of support, but it's still a breakdown. And this was a breakout. Yeah, so they do have their uses, but for now you don't have a set time frame just because we're waiting for Bitcoin. If this can manage to hold on for a little bit and even have the tiniest of pops, then you could be looking at something good. But I think before you see the 50 cross over the 200, you should see the 20 cross above the 50. And I think that'll give it a much more bullish sign going forward. And that's where you're probably going to see people start to buy in a little bit more, with the caveat of Bitcoin also has to be doing good at the same time. Yeah, there's that battle right there. I mean, you can see right here for Dogecoin, Bitcoin, we had a little bit of a breakout. Now, it's not as easy as technical analysis is much more difficult on crypto than it is on stocks. Crypto is much more manipulated, but you can see there was a cross right here, and that's because of this big spike, but it continued to go up a little bit more, came close to breaking down. Pretty soon, you're probably going to see this come down and us fighting with the 20 or the 200 here. But until then, we're going to rely on volume to try to keep us above. Excuse me. Hey, Grimo. Do I think we're headed for a deflation? Oh, no. We're getting more and more inflated here. More and more inflated. The government, that scared the bejesus out of me. Sorry, my Google Home talked to me. As far as the government is concerned, I don't really think they understand how inflation works right now, and I don't think they have a grasp on it. And until they get some real economists in there that understand how to mitigate inflation and its risk and its effects on day-to-day people, I don't think things are going to look pretty good. If you guys are looking at America, I don't really pay attention to the economies around the world all too much, except for their markets. If you guys are looking at Americans' market, inflation keeps on getting worse. People are starting to feel it a little bit. What was helping at the beginning was you saw that wages were going up and you saw inflation going up at the same time. But what's been happening is wages haven't been going up as much as you would feel it. A lot of times when wages go up, it's usually for those people in the middle to upper class, and those people it doesn't really do much for them. But if you're poor and at the start of the pandemic, you were making around here minimum wage is $15, and you're still making $15 an hour, all of your goods have gone up. So what are you going to spend all of your extra money on because you have so much less money? Let's say you have at the end of the month for expenses you have $1,000, and that's a lot of money for a poor person. I used to be poor. I grew up in the ghetto. In case you guys are like, don't jump on me for talking about poor people. So then I can actually tell a story about this. So when the gas was pretty cheap, my mom was able to get me to school with ease, and she was an electrician, but she had to drive a long way for her job. But one of the things we realized is when gas started going sky high during the Iraq War, well, guess what? All of a sudden, we didn't have enough gas money to get me to school. And now I don't think it's going to be, I mean, it could be that extreme for a lot of people as far as inflation is concerned, but probably not for everybody, since there's, I don't know, hopefully not everybody nowadays, poor people as much. But what's going to happen now is instead of having like $500 to spend on Christmas gifts, maybe they only have 350, maybe they only have 300. And now you're going to start to see where they put that money at. And where they don't put that money is going to be opportunities for you guys to make money. And where they do put that money at is going to be opportunities for you guys to make money. So as long as you guys are in the markets, you guys should be fine as long as you guys take it easy. Don't try to rush too much and just kind of stay safe out there. But inflation isn't getting better anytime soon, and the current administration doesn't really have a handle on like how to fix it. There's a guy, if you guys ever want to learn more about inflation or just kind of hear what's going on, if you just type in inflation in on YouTube, let me actually go to youtube.com here. There's a guy, I always forget his name, I think it's Muhammad or something like that. He's on CNBC a lot, and he's on Fox Business a lot. Very, very good. Whether you're left or right, who cares? He knows his inflation, he knows his numbers, and that's what you guys should care about. Let me find They really don't have him up here? Okay. He's probably getting inflation. Muhammad. No. Inflation. What's this guy's name? Transitory. If I say transitory, it should pop him up somewhere pretty soon. Because he's the guy that's been saying it's not transitory all year. Where's this guy's face at? This guy. Sorry. El Arian, sorry, his name is not Muhammad. I just don't know why I thought that. But yeah, El Arian warns inflation this round is not transitory. I mean, he's been saying this for like 5 months stronger. So if you type in, oh, I shouldn't play the video because YouTube will not get happy. Oh, no, okay, his last name is Muhammad. Okay, good. Muhammad, okay. I feel like I was turning into a little bit of a racist there, or at least kind of the stream feeling of it. But I was like, this guy, I know this guy. Gotta be careful in this PC culture, guys. But yeah, so even right here, 12 hours ago, yield curve is starting to signal worries of Fed policy mistake, stuff like this. Inflation is the biggest threat to investors, but buying opportunities exist. So, you can go over it and you can see what he's saying over the last few months. So we'll see. And the market's deeply conditioned to buy dips. If you guys have looked at any of the indexes, you guys can clearly see he's 100% right. So this guy's really good as far as it comes with inflation. But you can go back to stuff he's been saying earlier in the year. He's a pretty logical guy. You can see he's on Fox and he's on CNBC. So I like him a lot. I highly recommend the guy. Just search for him on YouTube. And usually, I mean, this is not going to be your stuff like, oh, buy AMC or stuff like that. He's just talking about some really boring facts. But once you guys understand what he's saying, you kind of understand the danger that the market's currently in, and where in that danger you guys have an opportunity to make money. Really smart guy. While everybody was trash talking him earlier in the year for saying inflation's not going to go away soon, I mean, he was getting blasted by the Biden administration, blasted by economists all over the place. And look where we are now. Inflation hasn't gone away. It's only gotten worse. And this guy's been singing the same tune the entire time. Like, very, very, very good person. Honest and truthful. And I really do like this guy quite a bit. Okay. And you see Bitcoin coming back down here, hovering around the fib level. Somebody's trying to pump it back up, but I don't know if they're going to do a good job at it. So let's go back over here. There we are. Yeah, somebody's trying to push this down bit by bit. There's a lack of buyers at the moment. That's what you're seeing here. Hey, El Parasito. Aggressive tuna. Haven't seen you for a second. Ethereum gas prices making me ill. They do quite a bit, guys. Ethereum gas prices are not too good. And again, they range from, like, the lowest I've seen them personally is like $70, but normally they're like in the $200 range. Like here, I can go over to MetaMask wallet at the moment, and I can actually hop on my phone. Maybe we're gonna have a little pop. I want to see. I'm gonna go to browser. I'm going to select a token I want. I'll just say 0 since that's the last one I bought here. And I'll say I want to spend I want to swap for it. I'm going to confirm my swap. And it says currently I have to pay $102. That's a great price. I'd pay for that right now if I needed to buy something. $102.46. But again, I have to pay $102.46 just to make that trade. Pretty darn ridiculous. And I'm going to reject it and move on. But it is pretty crazy how that stuff works. Hey, CRM. I think right now I'm feeling okay with Bitcoin, but I'm not buying into it at the moment. I really want to see what happens as it approaches this trend line here that we failed to break out over the last few days. If we can manage to break out above that, then things might calm down a little bit. Maybe we're going to head into a shoulder for a head and shoulders play later on, but at least we're going to go up a little bit. We'll be able to make some money, and we'll be thinking about that as a gigantic shoulder going forward until we get proven wrong. Otherwise, if we don't find a way to break out sometime soon, we're probably going to go down even more, somewhere down to this neck. Let me show you. Back down here to about 40,000, 39,600. And then from there, we might have another opportunity to break out. So for now, I'm just being very cautious about how this is looking. I think it's okay if you guys wanted to buy now. But currently, there's so much uncertainty about this market and everything going on. I feel the safest play is to either take a small position if you want to, do some day trading, which is going to be much more reliable. And then I'm not going to really be buying anything I'm not going to be wanting to hold anything for multiple days or any new trades where I have to do that until I see a breakout here. Because this is a solid downtrend. Until we're out of this downtrend, I'm not even going to pay attention to most of these things. Or I'm going to pay attention, but I'm not going to be actually buying anything of value here or in a large enough size to make a huge difference. Oh, there you go. Yep, somebody pushes it. That's how much volume it took to bring us down below the Fibonacci level. We're managing to get back up. One of these Fibonacci levels is wrong. It's probably this one right here since I just did some chart stuff on it. That's fine though. Hey, like Jay, what do you think SHIB is going to top at this bull cycle? Well, the bull cycle right now is over. We're just waiting to see when Bitcoin starts to revamp here. I don't know if it's going to reach all-time highs next time, but you could definitely trade as if it is. Just wait for it to get down to a level of support. And then once it finds itself, then you could start to be buying in bit by bit by bit. I wouldn't recommend buying something like SHIB in bulk because normally a stock or coin like that would normally bleed out until it starts pumping back up again. And we don't decide when SHIB pumps up, the whales do. Hey, DD, no more shorts, breakout option plays? Yeah, I'm going to be doing more. My mom's been pretty darn sick over the past few days, like sicker than I want to admit. So I've just been pretty much prioritizing her. Like most of my day today, I didn't even stream this morning because I was taking care of my mom because she was throwing up all over the place. And so what I'm going to be doing more of the videos like that this week. But just give me some time on it. There wasn't anything I noticed too good in the market today. I thought my thoughts going into the market this week are more, it's better to be day trading options than to actually be holding them overnight. Just because if you look at any of the indexes here, let's just get a quick look over here. You see the volatility involved here. If you bought a put down here expecting it to go back down off of some bad news, your put would probably be down about 80%. If you buy a put today, or a call, whatever, it's almost like a coin flip because the market is so volatile at the moment. The one good thing happening for us now, as I'm looking at this, we want to come down more. Maybe we'll have a nice little pop. Maybe we can have a breakout. But I think the market overall wants to come down a little bit more here. This is the general market, not just a particular stock. So, and I can see the 20 coming down below the 50 sometime later on this week. And I can possibly see the 20 coming down below the 200, especially if we come back to test out these lows down here or this support down here at 33,249. So, I'm pretty cautious about the stock market. And I think if the stock market goes into a protracted bear market here, as we get to this top, then I could also see the crypto market following it ever so slightly, and they could time up pretty darn well together sometimes. There we go. And right now, maybe this isn't the right Fibonacci level. It looks like it is, but let me just do a quick little check. 60-60. There. Okay, it must be the other one then. There we go here. Let me get that little magnet on there. And maybe that's the fix. I'll go back to the 5. Nope. I do not know what's going on there. Okay, it shouldn't be too much of a concern. And let me just actually hop off there so I can get the oscillator back on there. Perfect. Hey, Heaton, I missed the name of that site. Can you please type in the URL for me? There you go. I just sent it to you. You should find it somewhere in the bottom of the comments right now. I'm still kind of scrolling through the comments to find out what I can see. Let's see. I know always Ghost. I appreciate it. I'm going to Seattle this weekend to buy some sushi for my mom from a really good sushi place. It's called what's this thing called? Seattle. I've only ever walked to the place or taken those little scooters around. Seattle. There's a cool sushi place if you go down here past Pike Place Market. Where's Pike Place? Okay, here we go. This is the Pike Place Market. If you walk over here, I think one extra block over. Somewhere over here, there's a really good sushi spot. Well, actually, better yet, let me just type in sushi. Sushi. Shiro's is really good, but it's really expensive. Umisaki right here. Yeah, there we go. Like the best sushi ever. You can go to Shiro's. If you guys ever watched that documentary, Jiro Dreams of Sushi, that guy, he has the best sushi in the world. His apprentice is the Shiro guy that made Shiro Sushi. But this is Umisaki House. Like, normally I don't want to pay this much money unless I'm going out with friends or something like this. Because you can see how the dinner menu can be pretty darn pretty darn up there, but they have a happy meal, not happy meal. They have a menu for a happy hour. But normally I'm just gonna buy everything at like regular price. But I'm gonna buy a bunch of sushi and whatever she doesn't like, I'm gonna eat. But yeah, so it's a really good place. I highly recommend it if you guys ever stop in Seattle. Uni Sushi, really good. But I'm gonna go up to Seattle here. I'm gonna drive up the hour or whatnot, buy her a bunch of sushi, come back down, and have her eat some of it. But yeah, it's really good stuff. Really good stuff. There we go. Hop out of that. Go back over here to Bitcoin. And we're back above it. There we are. Hey, thanks, RW. I appreciate it, my man. Hey, Jose. We talked about Crow a few times here today. I think it's fine. I'm not really going to be buying it for a while. I want to see how Bitcoin reacts. I think Crow is going to probably continue to bleed off here for the next few days. So until I see something big happen for it, I'm gonna continue to wait on it. I think it's had a couple days of popping back up just like Bitcoin, but I really want to see for the safety of my portfolio. I want to see if Bitcoin's able to break out here or not. Because if Bitcoin's not able to break out, then I'm much more inclined to not buy anything for a while until I see that breakout. Otherwise, I'll probably be shorting or something like that for Bitcoin. Right now, I have some positions, but and I'll probably sell them off if Bitcoin looks like it's going to dip back down. But for now, I'm waiting to see what Bitcoin's able to do here. And it should take about 4 or 5 days for us to find out. Let me find out the exact time frame we have if we stay at this level. So let's go here. So that's about 9 days. 9 days, including today. If we stay around this level, if we pop off a little bit higher, maybe that goes to 7 or 8. But if we start dropping down, then of course I can go all the way to the month or something like that. So for now, I'm just being patient with it. I'm not too concerned, but the safe play right now is just to either take a small position and hold, or just hold what you already have and don't buy anymore. Hey Ken, yeah, I'm hoping she gets better too. It is what it is. I've been helping her for years now, but I don't know, something about her this time is it's more, I don't know what you want to call it. It's she's not getting better as fast as she normally does, if that makes sense. But luckily she has a team of doctors that always helps her out, and they usually find out what's wrong. No worries, Heaton. No worries. Trust me, I'm with her normally about like 10 hours a day. So I get you. Or she's over here a lot. Remember, you guys always hear me tell you she's in my movie room and stuff like that, watching my TV. My mom was the type of person that would get really ticked off if I actually stopped streaming for her. She'd be like, "Why are you doing that?" And I'm like, That's why I do all this extra stuff. And yeah, so it should be fine. All right, but there we go. But all right, everybody, this is it for the stream today. So far, Bitcoin is still looking okay. I will see you guys somewhat probably tomorrow evening, 7 o'clock abouts. I'll try to do a shorts video if I can. Those are pretty easily because I can do them straight from my phone, and I don't have to be at my computer. Later on tonight, I'm taking my laptop over to my mom's, and I'm going to be recording all of my FinViz screener settings for you guys, so you guys can just copy them right off, whether it be for high sales growth, SMA crossovers, breaking out to new highs. So keep an eye out for those videos. I'll probably be releasing one every other day going forward. I just have to have some time to actually create the thumbnails for them to make them somewhat clickable. I suck at thumbnail making, as you guys probably noticed. But yeah, so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thanks for enjoying the stream with me, guys. I gotta go take Loki out for a little poo-poo break. Then we're gonna head over back to see my mother, and I'm gonna bring her over some good old tea. Some jasmine tea I got. It's freaking expensive, but it smells really good. I haven't tasted it just yet. All right, everybody, have a great rest of your day, and don't forget the other stream is live, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask them over there, and somebody should be able to help you guys out. Thanks again.